Madam President, who wants to eat bugs for lunch? I'm hearing crickets, even among the pages here. Now, there's a reason for that. But the National Institute for Food and Agriculture at the USDA is spending more than $1.3 million to support cricket farming and the development of bug-based foods for human consumption. This sounds like a headline straight out of The Onion, but it is not. It is your hard-earned taxpayer dollars being used to try to develop a taste for crickets and other bugs. This initiative is trying to determine which bugs taste best, which bugs are most nutritious, and the best methods for farming bigger, tastier crickets. Now, while the USDA has no plans to inspect cricket farms, and the FDA has, quote, no special rules for edible insects, unquote, at this time, multiple bug-based companies have received federal funds to research and develop techniques to put bugs in your food. For example, Bug Eater Labs, I'm not joking here, Bug Eater Labs of Nebraska has received $100,000 taxpayer money. This is a grant to identify the most edible insects. With support from the USDA, Bug Eater is testing bug-based pasta, ramen, and macaroni noodles. Now, to get bugs into the food, the crickets are ground into a powder and mixed into pasta dough. Bug Eater hopes to secure another $600,000 in federal funds to cover the cost of developing and manufacturing a commercial-ready product made from bugs. Now, separately, All Things Bugs of Georgia, and I'm not kidding, again, that's a real company, has received nearly $1.3 million for reducing the cost of and improving the efficiency of farming crickets as food ingredients. They currently produce and sell cricket powder with, quote, mild aroma, neutral flavor, and minute particle size that can be added to recipes. 4 pounds of crickets are required to produce 1 pound of powder. A pound of cricket powder produced by All Things Bugs, which boasts, quote, the most affordable wholesale price, sells for about $35 a pound. By comparison, the average retail price for 100% ground beef is about $3.80 a pound. The U.S. has more than 2.5 billion pounds of beef, pork, poultry, and turkey being stockpiled. This is a record level. Clearly, a new source of protein is not needed, and in this case, likely not wanted. In fact, a CEO of one of these cricket cuisine companies said yesterday, quote, realistically, as much as we wish people would behave differently, Americans won't buy significant amounts of insect protein. If most were asked to volunteer to eat a bug, the response would be, as we heard here, crickets. And I should note, the annual commemoration of Pioneer Day in Utah, I think I can speak for many of my own ancestors who nearly starved thanks to swarms of crop-destroying crickets when I say that insect-based food development won't be stomached well by taxpayers. Now, today, I'm proposing an amendment to end the federal agriculture subsidies for farming of insects and to prohibit spending taxpayer dollars to develop bug-based food for human consumption. I can't believe it takes an amendment to do this kind of thing. My understanding, it's being included in the manager's amendment and will likely succeed if it is. I would just say that this is not going to balance the federal budget, but at a time when the Office of Management and Budget is projecting trillion-dollar deficits in 2019 and beyond, how can we pay money and have grants over $1 million to pay companies to try to get people to eat bugs? It doesn't pass the laugh test, and people simply have to have more faith in their government than that. So I hope that this amendment will pass. I hope that we aren't forced to eat crickets. That doesn't seem like anything anybody wants to do. and we shouldn't be forcing taxpayers to pay for it. With that, I yield the floor.